Today, I'm taking you through my go-to 4 triceps exercises. The exact ones I used throughout my competition career, and I still rely on today at 41 years old. These aren't just random movements. They're picked because together they target all 3 heads of the triceps. The long inner head, the lateral outer head, and the medial lower head. A lot of lifters overlook that. They do cable work or bodyweight dips without realizing that different angles hit different areas of the arm. We'll break that down as we go. And stick around after the workout. I'll be answering 5 of the most common triceps training questions and myths that I get asked. Also, if you followed me in the past and are now just seeing this, make sure to hit that resubscribe button. I'm back and releasing new training videos every week. Okay, let's get into it. First up, rope overhead triceps extension. This hits the long head, which is the largest part of the triceps and is often undertrained. Starting overhead keeps tension directly on that area and gives the elbows a chance to warm up properly. I treat the first 2 sets as a warm up and then the next 2 as working sets, but never to failure. Just focused on control and clean reps. If you're short on time and only do 1 triceps exercise, make it this one. Nothing else stretches and contracts the long head like this. If you ever want to swap this out, a single arm overhead dumbbell extension is another great option. It gives you more freedom of motion and really lets you connect with the muscle, especially if you're training unilaterally. Number 2, incline easy bar skull crushers. This is my mass builder. The incline angle keeps constant tension on the long head, and by positioning my arms slightly behind me, I'm not letting the triceps rest at any point. I bring the bar down just behind my head, not to the forehead, to reduce stress on the elbow and increase the stretch. These 3 sets are heavy. Failure is the goal here. That long head, when fully developed, gives the arm that big, thick rear look. Number 3, V-grip cable pushdown, elbows flared. This one targets the lateral head, the outer sweep of the triceps that give the arm that pop from the side. I flare my elbows slightly and keep the bar close to my body. This is where I focus on control, squeeze, and tempo. The cable gives constant tension and the V-grip lets me lock in that strong contraction at the bottom. Another variation I rotate in from time to time is the reverse grip pushdown. It puts your wrists in a more neutral position, making it easier on the elbows while emphasizing the medial head. Number 4, bodyweight dips superset with diamond push-ups. This combo finishes off the triceps by hitting all 3 heads, especially the medial head, which is responsible for elbow lockout and arm density. The dips are compound and demanding. I go for full range, chest tool and squeeze at the top, then right into diamond push-ups. Close grip, elbows pointed out, and focus on that contraction. This superset pushes you past fatigue and really burns in that horseshoe finish. If you want a heavier compound option to rotate with dips, especially for size, the close grip bench press is a go-to. Great for building strength and thickness, and it's easy to progressively overload. All right, quick Q&A before we wrap up. Here are 5 of the most common tricep myths I see and the truth behind them. Number 1, do I really need to train triceps if I bench press? This one comes up all the time, especially from younger lifters who are pressing heavy and thinking that's enough. Yes, look, the triceps assist during presses, but they're not getting anywhere near the full stimulus they need to really grow. The long head, for example, isn't even properly stretched during bench pressing. It crosses the shoulder joint, so you've got to hit it with overhead work to get that full development. For older lifters, like me in their 40s, it's also about keeping the elbows healthy. Isolating the triceps with controlled, specific movements help you strengthen without the joint stress of always going heavy on compound lifts. If your arms are lagging, this is likely the reason. You're not directly targeting the muscle. Bench press is great, but it's not enough. Number 2, will training triceps more often help grow them faster? Whilst it's tempting to think that just doing more volume will lead to faster growth, especially if you're in your 20s and you can recover quickly, what really matters is how well you're recovering between sessions and whether you're progressing. I've had the best results hitting triceps around twice a week, with at least 3 to 4 days between sessions. That gives you enough frequency to reinforce the movement pattern and stimulate growth without beating down your elbows and the connective tissue. As you get older, recovery becomes a big factor. You can still grow, absolutely, but your approach needs to be smarter. Train hard, recover harder. That's the key to longevity. So it's not about how often, but how well you execute and recover from each session. Number 3, should I only do high reps for definition? Let me clear this up. High reps don't magically give you definition. That lean, defined look comes from low body fat, not from light weights and endless reps. If you're young and trying to build size, focus on controlled, moderate to heavy resistance, especially in that 8 to 12 rep range with proper form. That's the sweet spot for hypertrophy. And if you're older and more focused on maintaining a lean, sculpted look, that's when precision matters even more. Use perfect form, squeeze every rep, and fuel your training with clean nutrition. The best arms I've seen on or off stage weren't built with burnout sets and light weights. They were built with time under tension and strategic overload. Number 4, the dips hurt your shoulders. Look, dips can be incredible for building triceps mass, but only if they're done correctly. A lot of younger lifters go too deep, flare their elbows out, and swing through reps, and then wonder why their shoulders are sore. For me, especially in my 40s, I've learned to treat dips with the same control I'd use on a heavy press. Keep your chest tall, core tight, elbows tucked slightly, and only go as deep as your shoulders allow, usually when your upper arms are just below parallel. Also, warming up matters. If you're jumping into dips cold, you're asking for trouble. Done right though, dips are a compound mass builder that hit all 3 heads of the triceps, and they're easy to superset with push-ups for a killer finisher without the joint strain. Number 5, how do I target all 3 heads of the triceps? If you want full, complete triceps, not just size, but shape and separation, you need to hit all 3 heads, the long, lateral, and the medial head. A lot of guys just do pushdowns and press downs, which mostly hit the lateral head. The long head, which gives your arm that thickness from the back, needs to be trained with overhead movements, like rope extensions or incline skull crushers. The medial head, that comes into play during heavy pressing and close grip movements, or deep lockout work like dips and push-ups. For younger lifters, this gives you the foundation to build complete arms. And for older lifters, it gives you the balance to avoid joint stress and keep symmetry as you age. That's why I built today's routine the way I did. Every angle, every head of the triceps, all covered. Okay, that wraps up today's video. These 4 moves have been my go-tos for over 2 decades, and they've helped me build arms that aren't just big, but balanced and defined. Drop your questions below, hit that like button if you found this helpful, and subscribe so you don't miss what's coming next. Let's keep training smart. I'll catch you back here soon.